The history of the establishment of the State of Israel in Palestine is a complex and controversial history. In 1917, during the First World War, the British Foreign Secretary at the time, Lord Balfour, issued a declaration with the hope that a national home for the Jewish people would be established in this land. This declaration is historically known as the Balfour Declaration. Since the Arab population in Palestine was significantly larger than the Jewish population at that time, the declaration was seen as favorable to the local Arab population. During the First World War, a Jewish scientist, Dr. Chaim Weizmann, was able to produce synthetic acetone, which was essential for the production of explosives. As a result, the British Prime Minister at the time wanted to know what kind of reward he desired. Dr. Weizmann's response was, "Not money, but a piece of land for my people, and that land will be Palestine." This laid the psychological groundwork for the British to favor the establishment of a Jewish homeland. After their victory in the First World War, Britain assumed control over Palestine from 1918 to 1948. During this period, they made various promises of self-determination for the local population. In essence, this was the time when the groundwork was laid to make Palestine an Arab-empty, especially Muslim-empty, territory to facilitate the establishment of an English-American power in the region. In 1920, the League of Nations established British Mandate Palestine. After British control was established, Jews from various countries began to immigrate to Palestine, a movement referred to as Aliyah. Subsequently, the British government, on one hand, frees Palestine for the Jews, and on the other hand, Jewish militias, with the assistance of the British military, worked to strengthen their position in Palestine. Among them, there were three main organizations, Haganah, Irgun, and the Stern Gang, who, through assassination, terrorism, assault, and acts of destruction, compelled Palestine to evacuate. When the organization's mass killings were internationally broadcast, they chose the secret organization Haganah to commit self-immolation. In 1940, a ship named SS Patria was blown up in the Haifa port, killing 276 Jewish people. In 1942, another ship was bombed, killing 769 Jews. Both ships were carrying Jews to Palestine, and due to British military reasons, the ships were not allowed to dock in the ports of Palestine. The Haganah attempted to murder Jews in this way, trying to bring the international community to their side. Alongside this, they continued to establish Jewish settlements and displace Arabs rapidly. As a result, among the 2 million residents, the number of external Jews increased to 540,000. At the same time, on November 29, 1947, there was a United Nations vote to establish a Jewish state in Palestine. 33 nations voted in favor, 13 against, and 10 abstained. According to the proposal, even though the Jewish population constituted 1/4 of the total population, they obtained 57% of the land, while the Palestinians received 43%. However, the proposed Jewish state's northern and western boundaries were undefined, which could potentially allow for the expansion of Jewish territory in the future. In this way, the desired Israeli state was established. After gaining ownership of land in the Palestinian region and with the goal of increasing Jewish settlements, they cut phone lines, electricity lines, threw hand grenades into homes, forcibly occupied land, and engaged in various forms of violence, including violence against women, with the support of local and foreign Jewish and government military forces. As a result, many Palestinian Arab residents were compelled to leave their homes. Then, on the 12th of May in 1948, at precisely 1 minute past midnight, Israel declared its statehood. The leading figure among the Jewish nationalists was David Ben-Gurion, who later served as Israel's prime minister. Within 10 minutes, the United States recognized Israel as an independent state, followed by the Soviet Union and Britain. In this way, the State of Israel was established in Palestine. The establishment of the State of Israel in Palestine is an extremely contentious issue that has prolonged and accelerated the conflicts between two nations, resulting in the First, Second, Third, and Fourth Arab-Israeli Wars. After one war followed by another, the Arab nations understood that defeating the Israeli military was not straightforward. From there, diplomatic relations started to make sense. In 1982, Israel withdrew its military from several Palestinian territories, including Gaza. However, they still retained control over many areas, violently displacing Palestinian civilians, arbitrarily imprisoning them, restricting access to Al-Aqsa Mosque, occasional killings, and depriving them of basic necessities like food, water, and electricity are among the numerous allegations against Israel. Furthermore, in the areas within Palestine, a significant number of Israeli citizens have established settlements. As a result, finding a solution and implementation of agreements between the two nations have become challenging, as a substantial portion of the previous Palestinian territories are now under Israeli control. The ongoing bloodshed and conflict between Palestine and Israel for the establishment of an Islamic State in the entire Palestine region has been continuing for several decades, and it is not easily coming to an end.